The heat of the Asian summer beat down on the new camp faithful as Barcelona's pre-season tour inched toward its conclusion. From the moment the squad touched down, anticipation crackled in the air, fans whispered about tactics, pundits scribbled notes, and each training ground session felt like a mini-drama unfolding under floodlights. Then came the crescendo, a thunderous 5-0 demolition of Daegu that left opponents scrambling and spectators gasping. You could almost taste the electricity in the stands, hear the collective heartbeat of a club eager to roar back to Europe's summit, but lurking beneath the celebrations was a question that would define the next campaign. What, or rather who, was about to shift the very axis of this team's midfield? Enter Gavi, a slim figure darting across the pitch like a comet streaking through a dark sky. In 3 friendlies, this teenager became Barcelona's unexpected sharpshooter, calmly tapping home chances with the kind of composure you'd expect from a seasoned veteran. The first match saw him ghost into the box, his final touch as soft as silk, slotting the ball past a stranded keeper. In the next, he curled a shot that seemed to defy physics, the net rippling in slow motion as fans erupted. By the third, you could see the opposition marking him with thinly veiled panic, his every touch a threat, every glance a promise of mayhem. How did a player so young summon such poise? And more pressingly, what might he have in store once the real battles begin? Goals alone would have been enough to turn heads, yet Gavi offered more. An aura of authority that seemed to sweep through the dressing room. There he was, chest out, eyes fixed, barking orders, not as a freshman finding his feet, but as a general rallying his troops. Albi, whispered locker room chatter spoke of his maturity, how he'd volunteered to liaise between players and coaches, how he'd offered comfort to a shaken teammate after a heavy challenge. Such displays haven't gone unnoticed. Barcelona's hierarchy is now daring to dream of a bold captaincy upheaval, with Marc-Andre ter Stegen's armband looking more fragile by the day. Could a 19-year-old supplant a club legend? Stay tuned, but every meteoric rise casts a longer shadow, and in this case, that shadow falls squarely on Frenkie de Jong, according to a report in Diario, as the coaching staff is abuzz with talk of a midfield makeover. Gavi's electric performances have set off dominoes that could topple long-established hierarchies. If he and Pedri start locking horns in friendly matches, why wouldn't they carry that duo into the season proper? Hansi Flick, no stranger to bold gambits, has a selection headache on his hands. Will he stick by the Dutch workhorse who delivered consistency when it mattered, or will he rocket Gavi, still fresh-faced but fearless, into a regular berth? The answer could rewrite the blueprint for Barcelona's playmaking engine. Frenkie de Jong, for his part, approached this summer on a high. Last season was a redemption narrative worthy of Hollywood, from murky doubts and impatient critics to cementing his place as one of Barcelona's most reliable midfield pillars. Game after game, he sheltered the backline, threaded incisive passes, and resurrected memories of his early brilliance. With news of a new long-term contract on the horizon, one might assume his spot was safe as houses. Yet football is no fairy tale, it's a battlefield where inked signatures on paper offer no guarantee against displacement. Picture de Jong reading out the fine print of that deal, only to hear murmurs that his role might shrink. Irony has never felt so sharp. As Barcelona wrap up their Asian odyssey, the sun sets on a tale brimming with promise and trepidation. Which midfield duo will step onto the pitch when the league campaign kicks off? Will Gavi's dawn herald a new era of dynamism, shoving de Jong onto the sidelines? Or will experience trump exuberance, restoring the Dutch maestro to his throne alongside Pedri? The answers lie just beyond the horizon, waiting for the whistle that inaugurates the season's first whistle. One thing is certain, the heartbeat of Barcelona's midfield has never sounded more intriguing, and it's pounding louder than ever, eager to reveal which story will dominate the chapters to come.